You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 12, Episode 6. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, our topic is focused on something that's really popular in the world of real estate, but does location play as big a role on the trade show floor? It happens leading up to nearly every trade show. Exhibitors get all stressed out over the location of their booth. Many believe that your location on the floor is a make or break situation and that there are only so many perfect spots available. But in reality, there is no perfect spot. Even the long-held strategy of snatching those prime spots right in front of the entrance isn't really ideal. If you were to stand off to the side and watch the behavior of attendees, you'd realize that very few people enter and head straight to those front booths, unless, of course, there's some other compelling reason to do so. In fact, those who study the world of retail stores say that people are on stimulus overload when they first enter a store or a show floor and are basically blind to what's right in front of them. Most attendees will instead veer to the right, and some will go left. A few really savvy ones will head for the back of the hall, where traffic is likely to be lighter at the beginning, so that they can more easily see things without fighting their way through the crowds. The truth is that virtually any spot can work to your advantage if you understand how to make the most of it. Additionally, the criteria for what makes the best spot varies depending on each exhibiting company's objectives, strategies, and willingness to make it work. I've seen household names in prime locations that didn't get all that much traffic. I've also seen or have been an exhibitor in a less than prime location that had people lining up to get into the booth. I've even had the misfortune of having my booth moved to an out-of-the-way spot with only 2 other exhibits around me, yet that was one of the busiest exhibits I can remember. So what makes the difference? It's a combination of factors, really. Instead of relying solely on location, the most successful exhibitors also focus on designing a display that attracts attention and gets attendees to stop. They've also put time and energy into pre-show marketing or other types of promotion at the show, such as sponsorships, in order to stand out in a sea of exhibits. And of course, they've also done a good job of educating their booth staff on how to engage those attendees who do approach the booth. So are there any strategies to choosing a location? Of course there are. Understanding the major traffic factors such as entrances and exits, location of food stations and restrooms around the show floor, and where your competitors will be located. If you can upgrade to a corner booth on a major intersection, that can help by providing multiple access points. And of course, if you do find a spot that works for you, it's not a bad idea to rebook that same space each year so that your loyal fans will know where to find you at next year's show. So how have you made the most of a less than desirable show floor location? Please share your experiences in the comments at tradeshowinsights.com. Want more tips and tools for your exhibit marketing? Check out the free resources available from the Exhibit Marketers Cafe. Simply go to tradeshowinsights.com and click on Free Resources to discover toolkits, webinars, and more, including a link to sign up for the Trade Show Tips online monthly e-zine. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it's shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or the contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.